Well, hello there. It is the DELO. This is on the DELO. This is my podcast that I've been doing now for two years, going on 2 years. So a whole bunch of stuff going on. Sorry that I've kind of taken a leave of absence. A lot going on with a remodel here at the office and a couple other things, but I've got some great guests coming up and some people that aren't hospitality related. We're going to talk about a bunch of different subjects and things that I think will benefit and be intriguing to all of you. And, maybe your thing that you're into may not be, but nonetheless, it should be some great conversations, quick, insightful, and to the point. I appreciate you listening and, following me and sharing the podcast and doing all the things to help spread the word of positivity and love and all that stuff that, really creates this synergetic equilibrium of life. So that being said, this podcast, I do want to get into being our authentic selves. And for many years, I was in the record industry. And I dressed the part, I looked the part, I had the long hair, I had the goatee, I had, all the craziness that, you would simulate went with that. But it was funny because I was the cleanest, soberest, just ethical, get to work sort of person, but I look like a criminal, go figure. And then, once that part of my life and career was over, I got into insurance. And that being said, I never thought insurance would be my end all be all. It was kind of one of those things where it was like, it's a job. Maybe it's a stepping stone. Maybe it's something that, I can make a little bit of money here until I figure out what I'm going to do. And here I am 23 years later, still in insurance. What I was able to do, and the reason why I am still here, I was able to hold on and to keep my authentic self. And it's really cool because I had a friend who I talked to just yesterday, and he had made mention that he was struggling in the aspect of, having to wear suits and do things in a business environment that just didn't articulate with him. He was almost like, ashamed, not ashamed, but maybe didn't want to show his tattoos and stuff like that. Things that were in scale a part of him and who he was. And, having to hide any of that stuff just seems to me completely ridiculous. And so, he said by watching my Instagram and seeing a lot of the stuff that I do, it helped him kind of break out of his shell and realize that he was a lot happier just being him, and it helped his attitude and it helped his mindset and his movement forward. So I think that's a beautiful thing, and I love hearing that input, especially from close friends of mine. So I get into insurance, and of course, if you don't know, I niche myself into an industry which is hospitality. So it's a little bit an outlier of industry and business, especially in insurance. And so I did bar and restaurant insurance and still do, and really niche myself in that. And there's definitely a bunch of characters in this industry for sure. And I've always been that guy. I've always been that guy that, I live in Arizona, so I wear shorts half the year. I've had long beards, I've had longer hair, I've had, I'm wearing my Bono glasses today and my Def Leppard t-shirt, and I've had a few insurance meetings. And I don't think any of my clients, let alone anybody else, would think any differently, knowing about me or who I am in this day and age. But the bottom line is I get the work done. I mean, that's number one. I just go and I get the work done, and it doesn't matter what I look like, what I wear, what I believe in, who I am. As long as I am, doing my best service for the client, I'm ethical, I'm, uplifting, and I'm helpful. I mean, that's really just what it comes down to. And so, I think that can be true. I know it can be true for any and everybody, no matter what career or what thing that you're doing, because if people cannot love authentically who you are, then what is it that they're loving, and what is it that you are trying to be that you're not? And that's, for me, I learned a lot of that from my dad. I mean, my dad was a top salesperson in Allstate, big corporate insurance, all the crap that I just have no affiliation for or affinity for, and just didn't want to be a part of. And my dad, neither did he, but he was sure damn good at sales, and he was sure damn good at being himself. He would knock on doors with his shorts on and his muscle shirt, and ask people to write their policies. And he still has a lot of those clients 40, 50 years later. It's just crazy. And so I learned a lot of that from him, and I just relish and I love, not feeling insecure of showing my true colors as a person, as an individual, and the passion and love that I have for what I do because of who I am. And that to me is really living your authentic self. So that being said, I want to talk to more people in the aspect of helping them find their niche and find, the certain things during their day that make them feel good and help them out in self-discovery and doing all that. So I do have a coaching program. I would love for any of you listening to reach out if you're interested. Any and all industries. Definitely I've already coached some people in the insurance industry, but it really pertains to any and everybody, and just creating that niche and that self-love that allows you to just go out, take a deep breath, and know, cool, you know what, if they like me for who I am, then they're going to like what I do and how I do it. And so that's really it for today, just being our authentic self. So be prepared, some great guests coming up. I promise you that I want to keep these short, informative, and give you a good listen. So I hope you have a great day. Please give me a 5-star if you get a chance. Please share it. Please check out my website at IamTheDELO.com and follow me on Instagram as well if you would be so kind. Thank you, and peace.